We're back on the air, and this is Radio Entrepreneurs. I'm having a great time. We have so many interviews on this show in the next few weeks. We're going to be on Cape Cod, doing our Cape Cod show featuring, people don't realize there are over 40,000 entrepreneurs on Cape Cod, and we're going to be in Southeast Massachusetts. We have been doing specialty shows all over the state, and next week I know we have 2 scheduled, so I'm going to be a busy time. Our next guest, first-time guest, and very interesting, the attorney Mike Perry from Murphy & King. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Mike, what's our topic today?
The topic for today is suing your money manager.
Oh boy, I like it.
When to do it, how to do it, what you need to know when you're doing it.
And it is a topic that I have thought about in the past, not recently. It's a topic that a lot of people I know have talked about. So when do you do it, and under what circumstance?
Well, I think it's a difficult decision because people typically, the money manager in most instances, is a friend or somebody you've put a lot of trust in.
Right.
And they're often the term that's used as a fiduciary, and that means someone, who you trust. So it's a difficult decision, but I think the problem is if you wait too long, and a lot of people do, it's often too late and your money's gone and you're left with nothing.
I'm not looking to change your topic, but Massachusetts is a funny state because sometimes the person managing your money can also be an attorney.
Yes, and I think that that's true, and I'm not so sure that's always a good idea.
I personally don't like it.
Because one of the biggest things I think that concerns people have is something called conflict of interest. So if you have somebody who's both an attorney and your money manager, sometimes their roles get muddled, and I think it's important to separate the two. And most money managers, and I think it's something people out there need to think about, have affiliations with various organizations. They might work for American Express, they might work for Merrill Lynch, and oftentimes they have incentives to sell their own products, and I think that's something that people need to keep an eye on. They get commissions from selling their own products. Those products. So
there are hidden commissions.
There are hidden commissions, and oftentimes the company product is not a product that's suitable for you, but of course they get high commissions from doing it, and I think that's something that you need to keep an eye on.
Well, money managers by nature are in the business of making money. They're not in the business of law or consulting or therapy. They're in the business of making money, and if they can make you money and increase their commissions, that's something you got to be able to unravel. And it is hard to unravel, isn't it?
It's very difficult to unravel because I think that people typically, and I think this is the problem, you saw that in the Bernie Madoff case, where you had a lot of very sophisticated people who were customers of Bernie Madoff, people who were lawyers, businessmen, people in the entertainment industry, getting statements on a regular basis. Of course, they were all completely fictional. Nobody took the time to look at those statements. I think somebody from Boston in the SEC's office ultimately, was the one who sort of uncovered the fraud. But people don't pay attention to this stuff in the way that they should. They don't read the fine print on the agreements when they sign up with their financial advisors, which is very important. They don't look at how their money is being invested. They get the statements, they throw it in the drawer every month and don't pay attention to it. And again, sometimes until it's too late.